Mics are live. Good evening, good morning, or good afternoon, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Zero Father Hour. I'm joined by Zoz. We don't talk about it. Zero. How are you doing, Zoz?
We don't talk about it zero, and I'm doing great. I'm doing just wonderful.
So, how's the last week been?
Busy,
Oh, really?
very very busy.
Busy in this economy? You got time to work in this economy?
Work.
Well, I
No,
hope I'd hope you'd be busy with work. What else would you be busy with?
no. I've also been busy with work and stuff. No, I was as you know, I've been doing a lot of like that world stuff,
Mm.
building that one world. I'm currently creative blocked on it though, so I stopped it at the moment.
Oh, what's been blocking you?
And I don't know where to go from where I'm at.
I
I
see.
want to redo the bottom part of it. I don't like the grass and the whole plant thing I got going on. I think I put too many plants in there.
Well, I mean, it's a spaceship. I think plants are really good. It keeps people like reminded of nature and stuff.
No, we don't need plants.
I think no, I think you do. You need plants. Plants are good for you. They provide oxygen. It's a good emotional thing. It keeps you from going nuts. Imagine being stuck in a steel box like forever.
Okay, you had a fair point.
Yeah, I do have a fair point. Yeah, it's that 1 year psychology that I took in high school coming through. It's been carrying me for the last 7 years.
So it's the one thing I took, and that's it.
No, no, I took other electives.
Uh,
I took woodworking. Woodworking. Wow, that did not go very well. I am shit at building things.
really?
Yeah, I am. A good example. Actually, I probably have two examples. I just need to find where the other one is. A friend of mine, Cam Zillinator. You've met him before. We took woodshop together, and our assignment was that we had to build like a little ball maze. The ones you tilt to get the ball into the hole. So picture it in your head. Picture how that looks. Now make literally
Yeah.
every side, every angle of it is uneven.
How? But you, but you have guides. You, you literally have guides.
Yeah, we do.
How do you make it uneven? It's
um,
literally a flat piece of wood and multiple flat pieces of wood, and just kind of glued onto a board.
well, see, for one,
Okay.
the second we had to cut or sand, immediately it's over. At least that's mostly my own fault, though. I am very notoriously unable to even like, I don't know, maybe I just have like really unsteady hands, but I just cannot like cut things straight. I cannot write straight. Even when like I'm writing to fill something out, I cannot write my name along the line. I just can't. It just doesn't work.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I for my current desk, I'm still using a desk I built in grade 9.
Jesus, that's impressive. It's a good desk too.
Yeah, it's okay. It's fully wood. It just was the best thing that could fit in here for now. It's what I have fixed a lot of headsets on.
Ah, I see. All like what, nine of the headsets?
I didn't fix all of them. Some of them are just dead.
I mean, yeah. Especially with the stuff you do to your
some of them
headsets.
some of them can't. Some of them cannot come back at all.
Some of them just should not come back. They cannot manage. Although I have said before, you should take all the like working components from each headset and just build a new headset out of that.
Like I do still have them all.
Hmm.
I have every busted headset still.
I recall
And I
No, you go first.
go
You no, you go first. You go first.
okay. I was saying like with all my headsets after I move, I want to make that big wall of shame
Yeah.
behind me, so that when I got my camera on with everybody else, they can see all of my busted headset stuff years and controllers and stuff like that.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna mention because you brought this up before, and like to me, it's so funny because it's like how like Tony Stark has like all the Iron Man armors like on display. Except for that, it's like, oh wow, look at these impressive suits of like technology. For you, it's like, oh, look at all every like last bit of like 500, $300 I lost here. This expensive headset's broken over here.
I thought about also like maybe buying a couple like used mannequins. Like it doesn't matter if the mannequin's a bit broken or whatever, and put it onto the mannequin. or as well as I can, because some of them like the strap is like destroyed. I got bolts in one strap. Glue is holding another thing together. Like
That's
my headsets have hit the ceiling.
that sounds like a nightmare room. Like just mannequins or like what in rows, I guess, with like the broken headsets on.
No. I I would only get like two mannequins so that it's like symmetrical.
Okay, I
So then
see.
I got my glass cabinets and then some shelving and stuff.
I see.
There'll be other stuff too. Just don't want the main centerpieces to be the just shame that
Yeah,
can grow over time.
yeah. That you might need to like get a bigger one just in case,
Because I can tell you this right now. I know this headset will end up there.
You don't even need to say that. I was just expecting it to get up there at some point.
Especially the second I move and everything else, and I got like a bigger space and stuff. Like I'm going to be, like I said before, I'm going to buy like mats and everything else,
Hmm.
and full on just it's gonna be stupid. Absolutely.
Hmm.
I'm gonna get a crash mat at least this thick for the wall, and I'll get one about at least this thick for the floor, and like a normal thinner one.
Get like a whole ass like those gymnasiums that like they get for adults that you can just run around and shit.
Yeah, kind of thing.
Yeah,
This way, I do not cause another head injury.
that's important. You've had some pretty terrible ones previously, and just injuries in general from VR.
Yeah, I've had a head injury in the I had one in the front, one a little bit on the side, and three in the back.
I mean, that's not too bad. It's like what 5, and you've been using VR for how long?
Yeah, yeah, and I've never had a concussion.
I
It's
don't,
just
I don't believe that. That
I was
that
leaking. I was
that.
just leaking.
Okay, it's not leaking. It's called bleeding. You were bleeding.
Yeah, I was leaking out of my head.
That's not. It's not leaking. I think this is what they call brain damage. It's not. It's not called leaking.
Oh, that's the alcohol.
No, that's a separate problem. But good. You are connecting the dots a little, but that is a separate problem.
No. The only time where I really like the only two where I was like really worried, because the other ones were you could tell it was like more of a cut type of thing, not like it was blunt force damage. The
Right.
only two that I was worried about was the one that happened most recently when I was doing the Woody bit
Yeah.
a while ago last year. That one I was worried about, so I stopped and and I was drinking that night. So I was like, no more alcohol at the moment.
I feel like that was
Gotta make sure I got
longer
no
than a
concussion.
year ago. I feel like that was like almost 2 years ago.
No, because that was actually it might have been near the end of 2023. Now that I think
Yeah.
about it, it might be near the end.
Yeah, that feels a little bit more
Um,
accurate. Yeah.
yeah, and then the only other one was when I hit the front of my head, which because I hit my face off of the one pillar in my old house so hard it broke my Quest 2 and bruised my face, and I did hit like it moved up and did a blunt force to my head a little bit too hard.
Yeah, blunt force trauma, as they like to call it, and or like what
Yeah.
the hip kids call it.
No.
So you got a couple of notes
God.
and shit. You wanna? Because yeah, we were talking about this before. You got a
Family
bunch.
politics.
Oh boy.
I've been hearing. Okay,
Ooh.
It's
Here, I'll get this.
I
I'll
got
get these.
one.
Oh no, I'll get the sound effect
I,
ready
I
for audio only. Yeah.
I only got one that's not. The other one's about there. But more with like the stuff that like happened since the last time or maybe a little bit beforehand.
What
Like
what?
I just like learned about him this week.
Well, Zoz, it's been a week
Like with Ford.
in 2025. That's a long time for this for politics.
True.
That's a long time.
True.
So are we jumping?
I'm still not paying attention to everything. Oh, we can give it a little bit longer.
Okay. We'll give it a little bit. We'll give it a little bit.
uh, uh,
I know something we can
the
talk
only
about.
thing I have here is if we like, there was dead air. That's all I got. I
Yeah.
try to put more stuff, but then I've been so busy with work as well. which this is where I got most of them when I'm at work and I go, oh yeah,
A
and
bunch
quickly
up.
write it down.
I hope this is not a bunch of coworkers because I imagine a bunch of like hardworking Albertans don't exactly have, at least for like my liberal Quebec self, not exactly views I'd agree with.
I will never talk to anyone at my work about any type of politics ever.
Oh, you're a coward.
Oh, it's just annoying.
I
It's
don't.
just annoying
I get it.
because they get mad.
Yeah, they do. They get. They. I know exactly the
and
mentality you're
and they get
talking
up
about.
in arms and I'm just like, oh, I don't care. And I just and no, the main thing that is the worst, like okay, you get mad or whatever. The worst thing is the fucking fear mongering that they constantly fucking do.
What type of fear mongering are we talking about? Oh, are we getting into this? Because we can put a pin here for now. We can come back. We got some other stuff we can talk about.
True.
We will
True.
we'll put a pin in that for now.
It's basically just conspiracy theories that are obviously like a lot of them times
Oh,
are just completely wrong.
oh
That
man,
kind of stuff.
I love
It's
shitting
so
on conspiracy theorists.
like but it's so bad. It's so bad. But it's like that kind of fear mongering. Like this is going to happen. God, the if I hear the things where it's like the new order government thing where everyone's gonna be ruled under one thing the whole time or whatever, I'm gonna beat my head against the wall.
We'll put a pin in that for like a little bit. Well, let's ease ourselves. Let's not immediately just dunk our heads into the water and just
The wound
waterboard.
is still fresh. Because I keep opening it every year.
I know something we could talk about because about what 2 weeks ago we kind of started like you had started playing Hitman by yourself because the game was on sale during the spring sale, and then I saw you playing it and I jumped on a board, and we have both completed our playthroughs of that game recently.
True, true. I still had fun. I gotta go back and do all the actual mastery stuff. But God, I tuned into your fucking stream on Discord. Oh, you're not playing Hitman. You're just doing the fucking no. It's you go in no Russian.
Every mission, yeah.
That's all it is.
It's very comedic because like like judging our both based both of our like our personalities, like it's a complete reversal of what like our gameplay styles would entail. Because I see you as a very like chaotic person. No offense, naturally.
Oh, that's literally the whole thing I do. Is
Yeah,
chaos.
but you were playing
Yeah.
the game to the rules of the game. You were to your best of your ability. You were at least like attempting to be properly
I don't
stealthy.
know. I'm still having fun. I did juice a bunch of people
Oh
on
yeah,
the map.
but
I did put a lot of bodies in there.
but there's a big difference between how I was doing that and you were doing that.
Okay, and then I would only kill people if they saw me most of the time.
Oh, that's not what I did not require that. I took who I saw. Just
Oh, okay, for the final mission, I'm spoilers if no one's seen it, but it's a fucking game that's been out for years now.
has it? I thought like Hitman 3 came out in like 2022.
Yeah,
That's not
the
that's
first Hitman came out in 2016.
Yeah, 2016, then like 2 was like what 2018, 2019, and then 3 was like
Yep.
in the last 5 years. It's not that long.
Still like a decent amount of time to like have
Eh,
played it or known about it or seen videos about it.
eh. You good?
These pillows upset me.
Why?
They're not touching the arm.
Well, maybe we should talk to the world designer about that if they're not touching the pillow.
I'll fix it. I'll fix it. But no, okay, so the final game, you're going like down the train and everything else. And I did not change clothes once, like my outfit once, went through the whole thing. I still killed like only the people who saw me and all the people you could push off the train because that's fun. Um, and at the very, very end, I chose not to kill the guy. Because, wiping his memory is more fucked up. This guy, on the other hand, how about you just say your playthrough?
Well, I did change my uniform because obviously, stealthing out. Even though stealth didn't really matter because I was still killing about everyone along the way until I reached those like 3 carts with like the heavily armored guys. Because I'd get through like the first group fine because it's got the flashbang, but the second one would just kick my ass every single time, and I was like, you know what? yeah, I'm letting you guys off with a warning. And I stealthed my way through. Second, I got into the next office section. It was immediately just like back on site, just no evidence, no witnesses, no survivors. But I also took the same ending as you. I took the memory wipe ending because I was expecting to have the option to keep playing the game after you like drug him. Like, okay, well I can just drug him and kill him. Bada bing, bada boom. No, it locks you into the final cutscene. Like, man, shit.
Yeah, yeah. You either get a pick to completely erase his memories where he doesn't know who he is, like completely,
Yeah,
or kill him.
I gotta replay that last mission to make sure I kill him in the most like comedic way fan.
um, the funny thing is, so the people that you chose not to kill, I killed every single one of those.
Really, you killed all the armored guys. That's impressive. I
Because
gen.
I didn't like the only hint I gave you was like the flash thing.
Yeah,
If you flash him and run fast enough up to each one, you can kick all of them off.
yeah. That's okay. Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably what I should have done instead of trying to shoot them with the shotgun.
When you're going, Chaos and I were just like, oh, can't wait, can't wait. Because you were killing everybody, so I wanted to see you shoot a guy, him fall down. It's like, okay, he's dead, and then also him get back up because he's a fucking juggernaut.
I'm
Those
shocked.
guys are bullet sponges.
I'm shocked though how fast the ending to Hitman 3 comes around because I was honestly expecting like I mean because the true last mission, the last proper mission is the one at the party. And I guess I was expecting something more not bombastic, but I guess like more I don't know, like secret lairish, I guess, kind of like how the Colorado mission is of like how like it's all just like guards all over the goddamn place or
Yeah. Well, so if you go through it again, you can try to do like challenges and stuff. That's what
yeah,
makes Hitman like more challenging. Did with okay, so with the wine one, did you steal a bunch of the wine?
I did not.
Because you can go into a vault, which you can deactivate the security alarm and stuff. Get into the vault, and then there's a bunch of wine that you can steal. And then if you deactivate a code, you can get this other wine bottle, which can prompt something else later on.
Mm,
But it's like some wine bottle, I think German something 1945.
okay. Well, what's the
It's
interesting
German wine 1945.
are you
You
just saying, oh, it's Nazi wine? Is that what you're trying to say here?
well, no, you can bring that up to the top, and if you poison it, the one girl will die from it. Or you can poison it where with rat poisoning, and you can drown her to
Or I
death.
could just shoot her in a bush and shoot the person who turns around immediately who saw me do
That was
that.
fucking crazy. This guy. So sorry, audio listeners, for bonus side, but so he's like um say like the guy standing here and like there's a pillar behind me. The guy's just there leaning and like the people are like forward, like way past. And then he just goes into the bush with a gun, peeks around the guy, shoots. Did you shoot the bodyguard
I
as well?
I know I shot the woman and then I shot the guy. The target.
Okay.
I should say the target. The target. I shot the target.
So fucking Bone kills the woman and then kills the bodyguard of her. And he missed like a couple shots, but then the guy's just like, huh? No hesitation, he's dead.
Wait, he looked at me.
The second the guy turned around, I'm just like, oh, buddy,
He shouldn't have done that.
no, you just stealed your fate. And like Chaos watched me play and was like, oh god. And then she watched you play and then it's like, oh, never mind, that's worse.
Yeah, like or like
It's a
the
massacre.
or like in that same mission, I just took the axe off the wall in front of the guy, stabbed with it, then they threw it at the other person in the room.
Oh my god, stab him and then the wife is just there. It's like, oh, she's dead.
Mm. But yeah, so yeah, we both finished with Hitman. I know there's this freelancer mode, which is like the roguelike mode that you can play. It reuses a lot of the main maps, so basically you're killing random targets. I'm probably not gonna touch that immediately. I'm not saying I'm Hitman out, but I definitely don't want to burn myself out. I don't. Oh, yeah, you go. You go first. By all
I haven't
means.
played any of the older Hitman's? Because
Uh,
those ones have really good stories too.
I think I may have played Absolution at some point, which was.
Okay, besides the bad one.
Yeah, because I know that's the bad one. I know that's the one nobody likes. No, but other than
That's the
that,
one that's fully linear and does
yeah,
not give you much choices.
that's
It's just like
that's the
hit
one with the
here
nuns.
when you. It's the one with the nuns. Nuns are in a few of them.
Well, you
Just
know,
so you know.
you know what I mean when I say the nuns.
Yeah, yeah, true, true. God, I remember playing absolutely, absolutely going. Yes, a new Hitman game. Let's go. I'm playing the game, going. Okay, so this is just the first level. It's gonna be like linear. It's gonna hold your hand a little bit. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. The main thing I also miss about Hitman, like with the newer ones at least, the really racist accents.
That's a that's an interesting. I mean, they bring back accents in like 2 and 3 because one has mainly English accents, but in the next
Oh,
two,
it's worse
so
tenfold.
so here are you more asking for explicitly racist character tones, or is this a more thing like
That's
oh,
what they used. Literally what they used in the first ones.
I'm not
It's a
doubting that.
full-on white guy doing the fucking voice,
Uh,
going really harsh on it all.
Zoz, you can't have people doing like a racist Chinese accent anymore. It's just not happening.
Say that to the old Hitman games.
I will when I eventually play them. I'm probably not going to play them anytime soon. I don't, the interest just isn't there. I'm looking at some other stuff for the next.
They are obviously a bit more clunky because
Yeah,
it's like PS2 era,
mm, very
PS3
old.
era. So yeah, I hate calling PS3 old. I
Uh,
know it is. Wait, didn't that come out in like 2006?
PS2.
3.
PS3
2008.
release. It was pre-housing crisis. Yeah, 2006.
God, I love that. That's the way that we're saying it. It was pre-housing crisis, so you know.
Oh,
Where is? Oh, go on. Sorry, Alex.
well, something else I had mentioned a lot were where I was playing to. I'm like, wow, you know what? This is like would make a really good James Bond game. And something I just found out because I was looking into the developer behind IO Interactive. Turns out that they actually are in fact working on a James Bond game.
No way.
Yeah, I'll send you the page right now. Yeah, I'll accept all the cookies. Yeah, right on their website. And so you say I would be completely fine if they just literally reskinned Hitman and just use that for this game. I think that would perfectly match a fit. Obviously, you need to make some changes because like Bond isn't about strictly just killing people. He has like actual objectives and shit.
Shit.
You good?
Yep. Just Windows did. Be okay. So I'm in the background while we're talking because fucking little Steam. God damn it! I'm on my cable. Steam VR, not Steam VR. OVR Toolkit, the little thing I got on my wrist, so I can like open up my stuff and everything else, and also search things up while we're doing the podcast and stuff.
Yeah.
Need an update. So I updated it while we were just talking because I was like, okay, I guess we need an update. I now had to download another thing for it to work now.
Oh
We
Jesus
updated it.
Christ.
We now got to download a second thing, and then when I clicked run, it uh, Windows got mad at me and going, "Do you want this? Do you allow this to make changes to your computer?" Because I had that on everything.
Right. Man, I can't wait to not go to Windows 11. I'm honestly dreading it a little bit when I get my new PC. I don't want it.
I yeah. In all, okay, they did fix a lot of bugs that Scholar and I and a few others were
Yeah,
bitching about. Fixed. They fixed it. I'm not having those issues anymore. Scholar's not having those issues anymore. I do still sometimes still File Explorer will just randomly crash. You
that's
gotta and then
awesome.
you gotta yeah, it just randomly crashes. It's really depending on how sometimes like it's just sometimes it'll just fully lock up and you're trying to drag one file to another and stuff like that. It's happened less though, so And then what you gotta do is you gotta go to Task Manager, click on that, press restart, which does not restart; it just fully closes it. Which also gets rid of your taskbar for a second.
Ugh, that yeah, that whoa, that's ugh, I don't like that at all.
What it's doing is like fixing the system quickly because File Explorer is tied in with everything else. I found out.
Hmm. I've
It has to close the taskbar.
Jesus.
It comes back after a couple seconds. I'm like, I hate that.
It
I really
sucks.
hate that.
You know what I also hate? And it's gonna sound weird because like the system does have more like I guess utility to it. I hate how File Explorer has tabs on Windows 11. I hate that visual. I hate that visual a lot.
Where you can have one, and then if you like middle mouse, it'll bring up another one
Yeah.
as if it's like
I yeah,
a browser.
I've seen you streaming that. I'm just like that looks I don't like that. That seems terrible.
And then you see me every time grab it and drag it off.
Yeah, no, immediately.
Every single time, because I'm just like, oh, cool. Like sometimes I will leave it there until I need it, but there's 99% of the time I'm clicking that immediately dragging it off because like I obviously need to drag one thing to another. Don't don't do this.
Something I am
Uh,
considering though, if I do upgrade, I might shell out for I think it's Windows 11 Pro or Business because I now I
no difference.
no, there is a difference. No co-op AI, so none of that AI stuff. And I've read allegedly that they cut a lot of like the bloatware out for the Business or Pro version. I forgot which one is. This is alleged. I haven't looked super into this. I've not done deeper research. I want to make that expertly clear. I've basically heard from like a single person like, oh yeah, I heard that Windows 11 Business version does it. I'm like, okay, you know what? I might make a mental note of that.
Because when I was looking at both between Pro, I don't think I looked at business, but Pro and Windows 11 Home, between those two, the only difference was Pro had like better security stuff.
Hmm.
It had more security on it, and that was the only difference. Everything else was checked off. And that like because when I got this one, I thought about what if I just upgrade a Pro on this. Luckily, I don't know how I did this because on my other computer, it took my Windows 11 key off of it multiple times when I was using my Intel computer.
Right.
I fully rebuilt the whole system. The only thing that is the same on this, besides my storage for like my other stuff, my Windows 11 storage is different. It's just the graphics card. I put in the Windows key for this from my old one,
Yeah.
and the only hardware that moved over was a graphics card. No issue.
Huh.
My other computer had massive issues when I only replaced the motherboard. The motherboard, CPU, RAM, everything in this computer except for the graphics card was changed. No problems. So unless I fixed it, and I didn't have to go through the back door this time.
That's good.
With my when I built my computer last year, my Intel one, it would not allow me it would not allow me to connect to Ethernet. Nothing. It did not have any of the drivers apparently.
That's weird. I
Any
mean,
of that.
for you,
And
for
you need an internet connection to set it up.
well, I mean, for you, that shouldn't be too difficult. I imagine you have a lot of experience with the back door.
All I did, I'm ignoring that. All I did was open up command prompt. You put in a quick thing, and you could get through. With this one, I didn't have to do that. Luckily, I just plugged in my Ethernet. Boom, we're good.
Hmm.
Yeah, I had way less issues with this. I don't know what they fixed a lot of issues that were happening with it.
Well, that and your last computer, the one you're using before your current one, that just had a lot of fucking weird shit going on.
That's because Intel fucked up majorly.
Yeah.
And then when I would search up stuff because I couldn't play a game or I was crashing it on a game, it's just like, oh yeah, that's just a new Intel phone with 13 and 14, 14th gen. I was like, fuck you. I couldn't even open Stanley Parable.
You know what?
Stanley Parable does not work on the new ones.
You're very lucky. Imagine having this stuff like these problems, having to constantly replace your PC parts under like the current tariff situation.
I can still do it.
I mean, it costs a lot more.
Oh, 100%. I'm happy that I got him done beforehand. When I buy my new headset, I know there's probably gonna be tariffs on it, but whatever.
Oh, I mean, I'm gonna get tariffed hard because, like, again, I'm trying to get a new computer too, and I buy that shit pre-built, so I'm a man. I'm gonna have to pay probably an extra $1,000 just to like have it built.
I don't think 1,000, no, because having it, the pre-built stuff. Okay? So do you go through a company,
I
like
use I
I
okay.
buy power or something?
So my current PC, the one I'm using right, the one I've used since 2020, I got it through CyberPower, and I'm gonna be using them again for my next one.
Okay then. Okay, the
Yeah.
tariff shouldn't hit you on the building part though. It'll just hit you on the materials instead.
Well, what do you require to build, Zoz? What does building require you have?
We need the materials.
Uh,
The materials are the main part. Is is not the labor. The labor's gonna stay the same.
oh yeah, no, I'm not. I don't. No, the labor, like the labor part of it's like an extra 200. I'm talking about the cost of the parts will eventually like tack on because of tariffs an extra 1,000 versus what was already
Okay,
like a $3,000 computer.
and the worst part is with like fucking graphics cards going through the fucking roof. Uh, I'm still using the 70 series. I do not want to go higher because the um 4080s were not much more performance, but we're asking almost double the price. So like, fuck you. And then I thought, you know what, let's go get a 4090. Fuck it, balls to the wall. Oh, the cables are melting and like stuff like that. Like, fuck.
Yeah.
And then what I thought about was like maybe I'll upgrade on the 5000 series, the quick graphics card, and then put
Mm,
this graphics card into my other computer. There we go,
that
done.
that's
Then
a bad idea.
sell my 20,000. That's what I thought, and I was just like, I'll just get that. Oh, cool. I get AI frames. Fuck off.
I don't want that.
Oh, cool. The plug is garbage. All ground ports go to one ground. Well, no, all like things. Fuck. What was it? All sensor ones is just on one sensor. So if it's only like half plugged in, it will still think that's fully plugged in.
You see, I don't build PCs, so I don't. I have literally zero clue of what you're talking about.
I'll explain that in the worst way possible. The it still melts.
Melting's
It's still a
bad.
shitty connector.
Melting is
It's
bad.
still
I can agree with that.
it still sucks. Yeah. Oh, it's bullshit.
But yeah, yeah, I have no idea how to fucking. I don't know. Like, I could probably handle the software part. Software is where my expertise more lie, because I'm FQA tester. That's what I do, or at least did previously. I can't build a fucking PC. I don't have the patience. I do not have the intellect, and I.
I enjoy
That's
bear
fair.
with me because I thought about going pre-built, but I don't have any okay. I thought about going pre-built when that all that was happening throughout the year last year.
Mm.
Because as you saw, I was going slowly and staying with my computer.
Oh yeah,
Every single day there would be a issue.
you were at
Crash
on the
alert.
edge pretty much for like a year solid.
I wanted to throw that PC out the window. I was just done. And now that I got this one, it's like,
It's
oh, I
calm.
found out what the error code is on my motherboard.
Oh,
The 08 error code.
what was it?
It's a keyboard error. It
The-
just it's a small glitch. I can fix it. If I just do a BIOS update, apparently there's a fix for it. But it's when you boot up the system, it doesn't see a keyboard at the beginning. That's it.
Why would that cause an error
So I
though?
just have to. It's saying no keyboard, like faulty keyboard.
Yeah, no, oh, okay, fault. Oh, I mean, broken or not. I mean, like, why would that cause like a problem of launching though?
Oh no, because when you launch a computer, if it doesn't see a keyboard right away, it thinks you got no keyboard sometimes. But then the system goes, "Oh yeah, there's a keyboard," and gets rid of that. So on beefier on higher tier motherboards, it instead of like a beeper or whatever, which you can still install,
Yeah,
it actually has a little digital display with two numbers, like a alarm clock looking numbers,
right.
and it says the code there. This way, you don't have to just listen for a beep and find out what it is.
Oh, okay, that's actually pretty effective. That's actually like, yeah, no, okay, that's cool. Especially if like your monitor is on the fritz, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Nah, but like I said, I can't do it. I can't build PCs. I have one friend of mine, Lucid. Great friend. I love him a lot. He does not fundamentally understand what I try to explain. I don't want to build a PC because we've had this back and forth for like the past like 5 years. And it's like every time I talk, like, oh man, I should like upgrade my PC at some point. It's like, oh yeah, just upgrade. I'm like, no, no, that's the last thing. Here's my reasoning. The last thing I want to do when I come home from work, when I walk through the door, is to sit at my desk, put my hands together, and go, all right, it's time to get technical with parts and all that. That's the last thing I want to do. And it's also on top of the fact that I don't want to break a component, which is easy to do, mind you. Like for someone who's unexperienced like myself, to break a like several $100 component and go, well, I guess I just wait for my next paycheck.
Not really anymore. Unless when you're putting the graphics card, you're turning it.
That's
Not really anymore.
Zoz, I'm pretty stupid. I can manage that.
You know what? Fair point. You did say you can't even write straight.
That's true. And you want to know something else? And you want to know something even more tragic? And this is real. I'm not bullshitting. I am 26 years young. I don't know how to tie my shoes.
You know what? I'm 29 years.
Yeah.
Tie my shoes stupidly.
Hey, at least you're tying
So,
them.
okay. Well, with boots like this, I wouldn't tie them like that. Like I got boots like this. They
Yeah.
just go behind because I don't like. So with like shoes and stuff, so I will make the first knot type of thing, right?
Right.
And then I make the two bunny ears, and then I knot them together. It works the exact same. You pull one string.
Mm.
I found out it works the exact same. That's the only way I've done it. It's every time when I was growing up, an adult would show me, it's like, yep, you do this, and then it goes around the ear, and then it goes
And then you lose
like,
them. And then you just lose them in the middle of the explanation.
I found out now how to do it because I was just like, wait, does that actually work? Oh, it does work. Fuck that. This is easier because I've been doing it for years.
For me, it's just like I've even watched like YouTube tutorials to learn like for myself because I'm like an adult. I need to know how to tie a knot, and I just don't know what it is. It's just like my fingers won't cooperate. Oh, he's rotating. They're rotating.
My headset turned off for a second. What the fuck?
I said I can't tie any shit. They turned their back to me. Rude ass.
Oh my god. Oh fucking hell.
No, it's good.
I'm so happy we got the couch set up because I can actually look at you now.
We do. I mean, you could look at me in the last one. You just gotta look to your left.
Yeah, but this way I can like kind of be like this way, so there's also like the camera there, you there.
Yeah, you got
Not
the
not
talk
the other way
show
where, like,
host.
you're at the table.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly.
But yeah, don't know how to tie my shoes. I have to learn. My fingers just don't like to cooperate with me.
So, what kind of shoes do you got then right now?
I have like just running shoes. I try to usually get loafers just because those are slip-ons. I can just put them on. I don't have to worry about it. What I usually do is that like I'll tie a really tight fucking knot that's just nonsensical. It's not properly. It's literally just like tangling together and getting it as tight as it possibly can go. And I stuff the extra lace in my shoe or sock.
Ah, okay, okay. Like on the phone honest, I fucking hate tying shoes.
I mean,
I own a pair of Vans. There's a slip on, slip off. I own
you
those
you
things.
would be a Van.
They're nice, colorful Vans from the women's section. Cause I got fucking girly ass feet.
Go off, go off.
Women's shoes fit me better.
Yeah, go off, Queen. I fully support.
Fuck you. Although I can't say much. IRL, I wear female jeans. I got a fucking sick ass jacket. And he's from the female section. Okay, look.
Okay, look, let's ask a really legitimate question. Besides, like, maybe tightness at certain, like, sections, what is really the fundamental difference between women's jeans and men's jeans?
It's not that tight. It's not a tuck. Anyways, actually, okay. I hate male skinny jeans.
Really?
They are actual jeans, and they are so tight like I like tight fitting, like right on me,
Yeah.
everything. I love skinny jeans, but they are so fucking tight because women's skinny jeans will be like this tight, like right up to your leg, but it's a stretchy material of jean.
It's almost like the fabric yoga pants are made of. They can stretch.
Except that it's like more jean like. But yeah,
Yeah.
basically kind of like that. It's more stretchy, more elasticy, and it's can just fit nice and around, and you can move in it. Guys skinny jeans. Oh, they're even tighter on the package. Like really tighter on the package. Like everything is as tight to move. It's full on jeans. They suck
I guess that's why most of
so
it.
bad.
I guess that's why most of my life I just got like the really loose type of jeans. I never got like skin. And I'm not skin tight, but like tight jeans. It's not a style I appreciate. I don't like tight clothes really. I guess.
I do like tight clothes. Like my shirts will be tight up against me. Um, I wear size small.
Nah, you
Uh,
would.
I'm tiny.
Yeah, you are in fact a tiny person. I've heard your real life height. That is package deliverable. That could fit within the.
Her- So I've always put my real life height in a VR and everything else. The second that fucking scale thing came in, everyone started doing that. Except the people who want to be tiny because like they're tall,
Yeah.
IRL or whatever. But like a lot of friends go like their IRL height, so it stopped from being like blah 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 to blah blah. I'm like, cool. Uh, it's it's fine and all still.
Yeah.
Like just nothing changes from real life to
I mean, everyone has their own
Hey,
style.
look, I'm average women's height. Okay,
Yeah,
it's fine.
average, slightly below average women's height.
No, average women's height, 5'5" is the average.
No, that was just a trick for you to get to say your height out loud. That don't you fell for the trap. You.
I was gonna lean that way. There's a pole here. I'm supposed to sit more down, like lean that way. But I'm plugged in as well.
Oh, jeez.
Working on that part.
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god. Oh.
So to backtrack a second, now that you're done with Hitman, if I may ask, what game are you moving on to next? Besides Elden Ring. Elden Ring is what we're going to be doing separately, but like for yourself, I mean.
Just as in like normal game, nothing for
Yeah.
videos or anything
No
like
normal
that.
normal video game, yeah.
Well, I'm finishing off Destroy All Humans 2.
Mm.
So I haven't like finished the remake off. Then I don't know. I've been playing that like some like grab game. That's fun. That's like a roguelike though.
I saw that
Just
gameplay.
hanging it.
I saw you guys streaming that. That looks like Fortnite. Like it looks like actually Fortnite. Like the menus, the
Oh no, but it's like full on roguelike where you're running in mission through mission, just fighting like actual boss and like enemies and stuff, and then getting random loot and stuff.
mm.
It's it's a lot of fun. Like enjoyed it.
No, I know
I love
it
the
looked
meme
fun.
style in it.
You know, it looked fun.
Yeah. I don't really know when I want to play next though. Let's see where the fuck is. There we go. Yep. I really have no clue what I want to play, finish, because oh yeah, I gotta continue to play Final Fantasy now that I can actually play the game now and not
Yeah.
crash. Where is it at though? Helldivers 2, that's just normal game stuff. I thought about doing another Baldur's Gate 3 run now that the update has come out for it.
No, we're still
Maybe
waiting on
maybe.
update. We're still waiting on update 8.
Oh really? Oh,
Yeah.
fuck, I thought it was out.
Yeah, no, don't get too excited. There's another update on the way.
Okay, bye.
I mean, it's not a big deal.
Fun.
It just adds, if I recall correctly, all it adds is, some new subclasses. Okay, one new subclass for each main class. and photo mode and crossplay.
Yeah, I'll wait till that's
Yeah.
up and done. Other than that, I'm not too sure because I thought okay, I did try playing GTA 4 again. I wanted to play the story and
Mm.
stuff. Yeah, fucking Rockstar. Hey, go fuck yourself and the stupid app that you now require to log into to play a fucking game from 2008.
I love apps. I love having to log in to everything just to play a single game. I love EA every time I want to play Mass Effect. I love having to log into
To
this.
get into it, but the app glitched out. Something said I was not logged in no more, and then crashed the game on me. Well, force closed the game on me.
That's awesome.
And I'm just like, okay, well, do you know what? I just want to play it again. Go fuck yourself.
It's
Why is my
almost.
leg fucked up?
Oh yeah, your leg is freaking the fuck out.
The fuck?
Well, it's almost like as if Rockstar just is kind of a shitty developer now.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not. I'm a bit worried for 6 coming out.
I hope I
It
act.
seems like.
No, you go first. You
Go
go
on.
first. No, no. By all means.
Oh, I was just saying it seems like every old company that used to be good in any kind of way is now just fucking sucking.
I've argued against like the that sort of sentiment that things were better in the past because we've talked about this previously in private, but I can kind of agree that yeah, a lot of companies have grown worse compared to like how they were like 10, 20 years ago. I think special note to kind of like pivot to a different company because we're not gonna dump on Rockstar for just a second. Bungie, by the fact that they are digging up old IPs to turn into an extraction shooter. So, are you familiar with Marathon by any possibility?
I remember it, yeah.
So, they're making a new Marathon game, but instead of it be like Marathon for context for viewers and stuff like that, it was a Doom shooter for Apple computers at the time, and it has like some weird not like pseudo story connections to Halo and Bungie's previous game at the time, Pathways into Darkness. A lot of weird stuff, stuff like the Reclaimer's sigil in Halo relates to Marathon. A lot of emphasis on AIs and stuff like that. It's really cool stuff. You can watch videos on that. But yeah, it was a Doom shooter, a Doom like shooter. They're making a new one, and they're gonna make it an extraction shooter for some reason.
One thing I also like really hate with the companies nowadays, a lot of the fan base yells, "Hey, we want this," and then do complete fucking opposite.
Well, everyone, here's
But
fan base is screaming. It's not just the one thing they're screaming at. They're screaming about everything at once. Because you can have like some people like, oh, what's a good example? I think Halo actually is a good example of this because like when Halo like when not Bungie when 343 took over, you had a bunch of people going, oh, bring back the old art style, and then in Halo Infinite they did, and then they also took out like the movement systems, the jetpacks and stuff. And now you have like people like, oh man, they need to commit to like staying within the old art style. But you also have people screaming like, oh, bring back the old movement, bring back the Halo 4 art style, and it's just like the fact of the matter is you can't please everyone. Like if you cater to what the fan
no,
know that you can
yeah.
or know that you can't.
Well, no, you can't. But okay, I'll say this: Halo 4 wasn't too bad. Didn't really like the armor art style. That was kind of it looks fucking
Oh,
stupid.
Halo 4 Advice armor is trash. It's garbage.
Yeah, I hated it. Fucking retarded. Uh, but 4, it was like, okay, new kind of enemy. We got rid of the flood demon. Let's kind of get sick of the flood. Cool, let's go. I forget in Halo 4. Oh yeah, the fucking
Prometheans.
aliens didn't talk anymore.
Yeah, that was a weird change. That's a weird
Fuck you,
change.
343.
Okay, that's a weird change,
Anyways,
but I'm also like, you know what? I had imagined that version of the Covenant wouldn't speak English, so with that, I'm like, yeah, whatever, that's fine.
the whole thing was they got a translator. They had translators and stuff.
Yeah, but then why doesn't the translator work in Halo 1?
because they didn't have it yet.
I don't think that's true. I'm gonna fact check you on that right now.
Yeah, yeah, because no, because Halo 1 is when they first meet them.
No.
That's right.
No.
That's right after that. Halo 1 is right after Reach.
Okay, but that's not when they first. Okay, that's not when they first met the Covenant. That's it. That
No,
is
that's when they
incorrect.
first met the Covenant in game type of thing. Not really.
Sure.
I know, but if you even if you include the books and stuff between Reach and Halo 1, it was kind of close together. Really close together.
Yeah. No, I mean Reach
So
takes place literally right before Halo One.
yes, and Reach was like the beginning because that's the first actual attack. They didn't even know much about the Covenant in Reach because they
No.
fucking blew up their
No.
ships going, yeah, we got it, and then a bunch more come.
No, Zoz, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's incorrect because before Halo Reach, they were at war with the Covenant for nearly 20 years. Because you're also forgetting
Oh,
Halo Wars takes place before Reach.
like Reach is the fall, but they weren't like at war. At war.
The How long was the Human Covenant War in Halo? I'm pretty sure it was close to 20 years.
Can you search up when
28
was the first contact
years.
with Covenant?
The Human Covenant War went on for 28 years.
Can Can you search up when did they first come in contact with the
I
Covenant?
well, I can answer that. They came into contact with the Covenant over a planet called Harvest, which is actually touched upon in Halo Wars, but Halo Wars doesn't actually cover the first contact. If I recall correctly, the first contact is covered in a book called Halo First Contact Harvest. That follows who is Johnson? I think it was because he's the main character
What
of that
year
book.
was that?
What year was hold on? What year does Harvest take place in Halo? Contact. Oh, sorry. The book's name is Contact Harvest. Sorry, and it takes place in 25, 24, from what I'm reading.
Because 25, 24? Really?
20, yeah, from what I'm reading, it's 20. Like the book starts at 25, 24, but it goes into like February of 2020, 25, 25. Sorry, I might have accidentally said 2024 by accident because, but no, it's
No, no,
20.
no, no,
Yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, 25, 24. My Halo knowledge is fucking slipping. God damn it.
I mean, it happens. You can't have like a.
It's been a while since I read the books.
Hmm. But no, but
I'm
like that's
crazy at fucking Halo nerd.
but no, that's 30. That's almost 30 years before like Reach even happened. That is long
True.
enough for someone to be born 10 years into the war and be an adult by the time it ends.
Yeah, yeah, because and in 25, 50. Fuck, when?
Later,
25, 53?
later. We should just see later.
Anyways, yeah, later on. But also like that game was like the first game. Like that game was gonna be a Mac game as
Yeah.
well. And
Oh
stuff.
yeah, it was.
And like so in number two, when they could talk, that's the best thing. And they talked throughout every single one. And
Mm.
then four, they didn't talk, which was stupid. Um,
It's one of those things that
so I say
like
it's
it's one of those things that like
the,
obviously it's a design decision.
yeah, but like the comedic stuff went away.
Yeah, that I can agree with. It lost. Yeah, that I can agree with. I mean, I'm
You
trying.
killed Flapjack.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely correct. No, no, I was gonna counter that, but no, you are
Use
absolutely correct.
Lover.
But even with that, and this is the truly controversial point, I think Halo 4 has the best story out of all mainline Halo games.
I disagree.
I know you're gonna disagree, but I personally really do enjoy that like conflict between like Chief trying to pretty much make sure Cortana doesn't have to actually go insane and die. I
That's
appreciate
five.
that a lot. No, that's 4. 5 is when she comes back because there was a huge like, oh, you killed Cortana, wah wah wah, and then they brought her back as a villain.
Oh, that's right. That's Rogue Katana. My bad.
Yeah,
My bad.
and
Yeah, that's right. Cause she's okay. I don't think it's the best story. I did still like the story to 4.
It's a good story.
I still enjoyed it. I 5. I didn't like the story.
5 is bad. Five.
I thought
We
the
could.
whole thing is like we gotta bring Chief in. It's like what the fuck are you guys talking about?
I think we'll like disagree on a lot. I think we could disagree on a lot of things when it comes to Halo, but I think we could both agree that Halo 5 is at the bottom. Just
Halo 5 just sucked. Like they brought back in talking and everything else, which is like okay, cool. The maps felt empty. It was big room enemies, big room enemies. The story sucked ass.
yeah,
And then the fucking fight. I knew that these two, Locke and Chief, are going to duke it out.
they fight once.
Something's going to happen.
They fight once.
Chief gets his helmet cracked. Fucking then stops Locke and then walks away. I'm like, that was the shittiest fucking fight I've ever seen.
It just
What the fuck?
It just sounds to me that fight is worse than like stuff like Rooster Teeth would put out in like the animations they did for like Red vs. Blue and shit. That's funny
Oh,
as
Red vs.
fuck.
Blue fights were god tier. I love that shit. It's so sad that that company at that time, no, not that time, earlier than that, because when did 10 end? Like a long time ago.
That was Reach era, I think, because they went to Halo Reach for like a couple of like episodes, but then he went back to Halo 3.
Yeah,
I actually,
yeah, because
I think it ends right like shortly before Halo 4 comes out because I remember it, I might be wrong, but I remember like most of like the freelancer right at the end of the freelancer arc, they're using Halo 4 and it looks like to be like an early version of Halo 4 too, based off the visor coloration.
Yeah, 4 fully like when they actually like fully swapped over to Halo 4 was 11.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. So yeah, it would like 10 was like right before Halo 4 was like coming out.
Yeah, yeah, and God, I fucking love the fight scenes and everything else.
Oh, that's
But
fantastic.
I was younger and stuff, but those teeth did make me cry a little bit. Twice.
I remember what I used to do because so fun bone lore I didn't have like actual working Wi-Fi in my home until probably like 16, 17. But I did have a phone. No data on the phone. I didn't have a SIM card. Just a phone. What I would do is that I would go to McDonald's and I would download like multiple hour long compilations of Red versus Blue seasons onto my phone and just like go home and watch it.
Dude, so okay, I bought all the Red vs. Blue seasons on my iPad way back then.
Mm.
I would pass out listening to it, especially the Chronicles. Pass out listening to that every night. Because I also had no Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
And like I played Reach online and stuff. Had no Wi-Fi at the time. I would grab all my stuff. I'd put my Xbox 360 and my game stuff into my backpack. Put my back on my back. Strap a small TV to the backpack.
Mm.
Hop on the quad over to the library. Set it all up there in the corner because she let me, and I would be there playing.
Dude, that is way too intensive just to play Halo Reach online.
I'd be there for like, hours playing. I live in a small hamlet.
I mean,
Yeah, that's
fair.
where I grew up. It's a town of 100 people.
That's not a lot of people. That's like a school worth of
Or
people.
150 people.
At
Type of thing.
100 or 150, that's still not a lot of people. That's like you can know everyone's
No,
names.
Yeah. Like I would go there and stuff like that, and then yeah, it was just great. And then when my friends would come over there, like every like Thursday, Friday, or something, I forget which day, they would open up the gym because the library was the old school.
Yeah.
They didn't have many kids at school anymore, so it shut down. So it was the old school, and they started a gym. And then it's like, hey, we got a gym thing going on, a little thing. It's cool.
Hmm.
But
No.
yeah, that like I did not have Wi-Fi at my place. I had dial-up
Oh.
for like a time and stuff. Like, what are you gonna do on that? So I can go over there, did that. Yeah, it was like fuck a lot of fun doing that kind of stuff. Oh, and then LAN parties. I bought. You know what? Guess how many Xbox 360s I have bought throughout the years.
Seven.
Throughout the year that Xbox 360 was going.
Seven.
How many?
7.
More.
12.
More. More.
22.
A little bit less. But
21.
yeah, it was between 18 and 20.
Okay. And this is all to like set up LAN parties and shit.
Set up LAN parties, and also I was a collector of wanting like the collector's edition
How did you have money for
and stuff
that at
like
like
that.
such a young age?
I work for it.
Why did you answer it that way?
What, I work for it?
I
No.
worked for it?
What else am I gonna buy?
I don't know.
Like,
What do kids buy?
wait,
Toys?
yeah, but I was also 16 and the 360 was
So
still out.
so wait,
The
hold
one didn't come out yet,
so
and
wait,
the
was
360 was happening.
were these like original Xboxes or were these Xbox 360s?
360s. I only own two OG Xboxes.
Hold on.
One I modded, the other one was not modded.
Okay, so what? Like Xboxes three.
One, sorry. My dad's friend modded for me, and the other one was not modded.
So like, what was the price of the console back then? Like, let's say like what, $250 plus tax? Probably more, but I'm not doing that math.
Search up the Halo Special Edition because I bought a lot of special editions, and that's about the same price. If you search up Halo 4 Special Edition, because I got the Gears of War Special Edition and stuff like that as well.
I could look that up, but it's probably not going to give me the price.
No, just go release price.
Oh, you know what? You're right. Absolutely correct. Release price. So,
Just do
okay,
that.
it looks like it was like 400.
Is that Canadian?
It might be Canadian.
That sounds about right for that. Yeah, about 400
We'll,
Canadian.
we'll say
Because
400
they'd be a little bit
times
because
18.
it would also be a little bit cheaper for other ones. But yeah, I also bought them for LAN parties, so I also bought like a lot of. I mainly bought like secondhand TVs. Fuck, I thought that Missile Pod said Missile Poo for the longest time because the biggest TV we had was a tube screen, and I wanted a tube screen.
I mean, hold on. Hold on. I'm not done with the Xbox. So you bought what, 18 Xbox 360s, just to make that clear right
Yeah,
now.
let's just say 18.
18.
Yeah, let's
That
say 18.
is 400 times 18 is 7,200. You spent
Yeah, and then
7,000.
and then hold up. Now, can you just add in the price of the controllers? Because I bought a lot of controllers for it too.
Oh, okay. How much were the controllers?
Okay, so a controller back then was like what, $60? Like the actual controllers?
60 bucks, and you
60.
bought like 18 controllers, I assume.
Wrong.
Oh boy.
I bought 34 controllers about.
34
I think 34.
and
Because I bought
60.
a lot of special editions. I still have it. I
That's
still have some in box.
that's 2004 2040. We are approaching $10,000 and you are 13
And
years old. I'm not gonna call cap, but you're gonna have to like explain what the hell you were doing for money back then.
no. Now this is at the whole time the 360 was up
Okay.
before the Xbox. So I was also 16 at the time. I had a working job too. The Xbox One didn't come out until what, 2015? I was already out of school by then.
I think it was earlier. I think it was maybe in 2013. Hold on. When did the Xbox One come out? Yeah, 2013.
Yeah. So okay, 2013. I was 18 then.
You were 18 in 2013. That doesn't.
Wait, no, it's wrong.
Yeah, no, that seems wrong. Because you are older than me, but you're not that much older than me. And I was like 12. Or no, so I
Hold up.
was 13, 14 in 2013.
Hold up. Hold up. Hold up. Hold up.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
No, I was 17.
Okay, no, that's not. Yeah, it's not. That's more than I was. Yeah, whatever.
Okay, I was born in 96. I was only a year off.
Okay. But I have to ask again. What? Okay, but that's okay. We understand. So this is
I would
from.
do small jobs at 14 years old. At 16, I worked at Home Hardware in the yard.
When did you?
I didn't have to pay any bills or
When
anything.
did you start buying Xboxes?
When did the first 360 come out?
Hold on. 360 release year.
Because I started buying Xboxes with Christmas money that I made throughout the years from grandparents.
That was 2005.
That's when I started buying the Xbox 360.
And you bought
No,
them for how
I did.
long?
I no, I got it a year after. I
So,
bought a one edition, like a first edition, like 3 years later on. I just bought it secondhand.
all right.
But
So we're okay.
um,
So we're in 2006. How? When did you? What year did you stop buying 360s?
I stopped buying for the collectors at least because
Just
um,
generally, like part of that 18 that you
generally
mentioned. When did you stop buying those?
probably actually 2015. That's probably why I thought the Xbox was
2015.
cool.
Okay,
Then
so we're okay. So we're
I didn't
already.
buy the Xbox One when it first came out.
So already we're at more than one Xbox a year. Like just. And you know what? You know what this does? This like.
Oh no, because absolutely, because I bought 3 Xboxes in 1 year.
Zaz, we're already seeing like the future formation of like your headset buying habits when you're like
Okay,
2005.
okay. Do you want to go on with that stuff? Let's continue with some more math. So I started playing. I started playing VR in 2016. I went out, got a HTC Vive in 2016. That Vive lasted me until pre-COVID because I would only use it here and there. I had other responsibilities and stuff like that. Pre-COVID.
Right.
When I got back into VR, it finally fucking died. No, it died. Stayed out of VR for a little bit. When you know what, I'll just buy a Quest 2. Fuck, I miss VR.
So,
Quest 2 I
sorry, one
bought
second.
in 2020.
Oh, 1 second fast. No, this is unrelated. I just got a request from someone to join us right now.
Oh, I've been getting it too. Who Quest stuff are you?
It's like I think it's Baloney's. I think their name is.
You Quest stuff me too. Can Hey, you're faster typing. If you're sending him back a message, can you go Zoz and I are doing a podcast?
How do I send him a message through VR chat? I have to message him through Discord.
Wait, you have to message through Discord?
Well, I don't. Can you message someone through a VR chat?
Yeah, yeah. There's a reply button.
Oh well, hold on. Let me see if I can find that. Decline with reply. Oh yeah, okay. I see. I see. Hold on.
Yeah, and then you just like replace one of the reply things.
Oh, I did not
Actually,
know
I
that. You learned
wonder
something.
if that's still there. You know what? I think it's just easier if we ignore my first headset.
No, you're not erasing. You have a lot, but
No,
you're not erasing
no,
one.
it's still there. It's still there. We'll ignore that small time frame that I only had that headset because that was 2016 to 2019,
Nah.
late 2019. I bought a new headset in 2020. That's my very first headset that was going to break
I'm
in
gonna.
2021.
I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna have such a blast making the thumbnail for this one.
Oh, it's gonna be fucking interesting. I can say that much. Ooh, it's gonna be interesting.
Oh jeez.
Okay, okay. Let's just go from 2020. We will still count in the other headset, obviously.
Yeah.
My first headset. We'll still count that. But let's just go from 2020 to now. And I have headset number 11 under the bed for when this one breaks. And I'm about to buy, and I'll be buying headset number 12 this year.
Like all I'm hearing is that you've just been the type of person to constantly keep buying constant hardware all the time.
I buy a lot of hardware. I got 3 PCs in the closet currently and one on my desk.
It's like it's not a thing that you just breaking them. You just for some reason absorb more and more hardware. You probably have enough.
Hey, besides the straps broken on 2 of my indexes, one index being really busted, barely working, but the other one just not like missing a strap. Like those two work. There's no strap. I just need to buy a new strap. My Quest 2 works. It just can't be plugged into a computer no more. It can only charge for some reason. Weird. I don't know how that happened. And then I got this headset and that headset.
We better pray that you don't have like a major medical condition and you just start hoarding like medical heart monitors and whatnot in your house. Like the first one breaks, like I gotta get another one.
Okay, I do have a slight hoarding issue
I'd imagine.
with technology. with technology only. Everything else, I'm down to throw out. Do not care.
I think you're safe to throw out a
When it
couple
comes
of
to,
those headsets and probably
mm,
at least 8 Xboxes.
I'm turning into ARP. Oh, I know. The only X I don't. Okay, shit. I have a box of Xbox 360 parts.
You're like Sid from Toy Story. You're like Sid from Toy Story, except not toys, just hardware.
Well, so the rest of my Xboxes are just for display now.
Right.
Which the only ones that are out, the 360s at least, there are only 4 of them. The rest of them are dead.
Mm.
They don't work. I got my first edition white with the silver tray because I popped off the silver tray off the arcade one and put it onto that one.
Right.
Edition white. The first edition of the black one that came out, like the special edition black one. Both had like the big ass fucking stupid storage devices on the top. And then I got the Gears of War 3 edition and the Halo 4 edition. I never got the Halo 3 edition, sadly. I did not have enough money when that came out.
And I
Because I
imagined
was a
those
kid
went
and
like
all I had was Christmas
hotcakes.
money.
Those would have been gone instantly, even back in like 2005.
I do own the Halo 3 helmet that you put the games in. And I do own the Halo Reach statue.
Are they also in various parts and components in a box somewhere, or are they
Nope,
all?
they have been very taken care of.
That's good.
Yeah, all that stuff has been very taken care of. I still have most of my games. I got robbed a while ago, so some games were gone, but I still have most of my games.
I think most of my 360 games are still like in a box somewhere, probably not in the best condition. I imagine most of them have deteriorated over time, either because of the way they're stored or mice.
Yeah, mine's stored like very like kept together, taped down right now. So when I
Mm.
move, I can put them all back up. So, but yeah, like full. God damn, this headset is just. This headset. This podcast is just everyone learning. Oh, I'm just learning how much money I've been spending. God, you are right. If I just did not buy so much of this crap,
Imagine like
I know I
like
diverted from the
imagine
movie.
like by 2016 you had saved $10,000 instead of spending $10,000.
Yeah, but also think about also then 2016. Fuck, I went through like 5, 6 cars as well. None of them were resold.
It's just hardware. You just keep collecting and going through hardware.
Well, I hold up. Cars are not hardware.
That is hardware. That is no
Tomato, tomato.
no no that a car is hardware. It is hard and made of ware.
I like to point out we got to no politics today. Oh god, I don't really want to end with politics. Actually, can we just do one of these? Actually,
Yeah. Shoot it out. Shoot it out. We got time.
okay.
Wait, hold on.
We can
Wait,
just do
I
like
gotta
one.
wait. Hold on. I gotta play the
Do one
sound
minute.
effect. I mean, the sound effect's only gonna play for me because if you're watching the audio version of this on my channel, the Bone Father Plays Games, you get some funny shit. When I do like the audio. Where's my soundboard?
Oh, is that in post?
Oh no, that's fair. I wait. Did I send you the sound effect? Hold on.
You have not yet.
I'll do that. Hold on. Here we go.
Yeah, I'll grab
Yeah.
it.
There we go. Okay, we're going into politics. All right,
Am
shoot.
I right? Okay, well, I like how my first thing is penguins getting tariffs.
Okay, this is true. This is
Besides
true.
that part, but that was just funny. I thought it was funny. It's gonna be brought up, but the thing was Ford and so one of the topics I had, the fuck, accusations of India meddling with Canadian politics in 2022. I had that down too. Anyways, um, Ford and John Deere leaving because of tariffs. They're like, did you hear about that? The
I
Ford and
have
John Deere thing.
I have not.
Oh, it's interesting. So John Deere, I believe, pulled out first. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure how that went. Like John Deere pulled out first of like their manufacturing inside of the U.S. So now the U.S. is going to have to pay more money for the John Deere stuff and parts and everything else,
Hmm.
which upset Trump. Ford follows suit and did the same, or is in the process of doing the same, because obviously it's going to take a while to move shit over. I believe John Deere is moving their stuff over to Mexico, down to Mexico and stuff like that.
Right.
And then Trump came up, and now I'm just kind of paraphrasing because I can't really remember very well of this exactly how it went. I just know the cliff notes that I put in my head. Um, Trump got upset and everything else, came up and went, if you don't like revert this action, and you can just check the quickly just to make sure
I'm
I'm not
checking right
getting
now. I'm
this
not.
wrong.
I'm not seeing
Um,
much on this
and
at all.
okay,
What I am seeing is like back in 2024, there was stuff about like John Deere said stuff about like
no, this happened this year, like this week.
I'm not seeing anything of that.
Search up Trump puts 200% tariffs on John Deere.
Oh, hold on,
But then he put 200% tariffs on John Deere. I forget how much he's putting on Ford, but he's putting 200% tariffs on John Deere
John
trucks and
Deere.
stuff now.
Yes, this was well, okay, so what I'm reading is that like this was something that happened in 2024 during the campaign trail. Trump was threatening John Deere with 200% tariffs. That was September 24th from what I'm reading.
That's September.
That's I'm reading this as in September. I'll send you a quick screen snip of what I'm seeing right now, and it's all like Trump threatens, and it's all like 20 the 23rd of September, the 24th. Hold on, give me 1 second.
It's hard with so much fucking like media stuff coming out with all these tariffs to know what the time frame is anymore. There's my shift key.
I mean, in fairness, this does like kind of, I mean, it's what I've said previously because we've had this discussion about Trump before, and I've said that like, yeah, no, Trump has been very clear that he was going to be terrible and that he was going to do stuff like this. This is perfect evidence to the fact that yeah, he was very open about the fact that he was going to tariff a bunch of people he did not like, even before he came
Oh,
into the presidency.
yeah. Interesting. I did not know about all that tariff stuff before he became the president.
He was pretty open about that. I'm going to be very blunt.
It's not what I saw with a lot of new stuff
Yeah.
until he started touching a lot of the stuff with
Uh,
tariffs, and then like all this tariff stuff is now popping up, and
I,
now it's hard to tell what came out when now.
No, but
Oh God.
he's been open about it. You saying that it's like when my mother says she will like pull me to the side when I'm like making dinner or something, and she's like, "Oh man, who's this Elon Musk guy? He kind of came out of nowhere." And then I'm thinking back with my internet brain, I'm like, he's been like a thing since the early like he's been around. He's gotten worse recently, sure, but like he's always been a bit of a shitter, like especially in the last like 6 years. And it's just like, no, he just came out of nowhere. It's like, okay, you just don't actually watch all of the news. You just stick to your own lane on that.
Yeah, yeah. It's just been taking a lot more breaks from like any like politics stuff, especially with like the U.S. stuff right now. I'll see stuff here and there and go, oh shit, kind of looked in on it a little bit. I should look more in on that, like actual dates. My bad.
Oh no, but it's good to like keep an
Whoops.
open. Well, here's it's good to keep an open mind about the stuff you hear, especially and no offense, I don't really want to shit talk like your province in this way, but like Alberta is a very conservative.
Fucking shit talking. 100%.
But you know what I mean. I don't want to actually be rude and like, oh, I'm speaking as like a Quebec person. I don't want to. Oh, you hicks all the way in the sticks. You guys don't know whatever you're. I don't want to sound like that. But Alberta factually is a very conservative province, and
Oh, 100%.
conservatives do tend to fall more into misinformation than I'd say more leftist people do. Leftists fall for their own issues, whatever, but I conservatives on as a whole fall for
I
it a
don't have
lot
much
more.
experience in that. Like, I know my family's more conservative and stuff. I
Yeah,
know that. Um, Me, I've always been more of a middle guy
moderate or
ish.
yeah.
Yeah. Like fucking Trudeau's first term, I did vote for him. 100%. I did.
Yeah.
The second term, I wasn't even anywhere near town to actually vote.
What about for this election
So,
cycle? The upcoming one on the 18th or 28th? I don't know.
God, man, 28th. I don't fucking know.
I mean,
I don't fucking know.
look here.
Ah,
Is there even a choice? Though we have Pierre Polyev, who somehow I don't know how you make a white guy look like he was gentrified, but they somehow managed it. Like I don't understand how you do that to someone of the amount of caucus people, but somehow he does. And then you have Mark Carney. He has a lot more like financial experience, which I think going forward, especially with the tariff situation, is something that I think Canada will need. And and
yeah, the only problem is like,
and then you have the NDP who are like actively tying the noose, getting it ready because like my God, they've the approval numbers have just dropped.
hold up. Can I say one thing about the NDP?
Yeah.
Fuck them. That's it.
Nah, don't fuck them. I mean, like I appreciate a party that is
Uh,
more left than the liberals. I appreciate that a lot.
at least fuck them for
Nah.
like a couple years ago. What? Because that was I did. It was not great. I
Well, what happened?
carbon tax should just be gone completely.
Well,
Carbon tax should just be
carbon tax
gone.
is
Like
gone.
the high taxes, not fully though. It
It's
should be fully
still
gone.
here in Quebec, but as far as I'm aware, that like yeah, no, it's being like wiped away as
It's
we.
gone for like more so like certain people, so it doesn't affect us as much, but it's still happening. Like, why do we need it? We don't.
Well, it's to
It's just
incentivize
more weird
electrical
taxes.
cars and whatnot.
Yeah, but everything's so fucking expensive.
So hold on, I'm bringing up.
I was buying an electric car.
I'm just gonna quickly like kind of like just skim this fast before I'm reading. Um, Removing the consumer carbon price effective April 1st, 2025. Da.
Yep, which is gone now. Now it's gotta wait to see prices go down. It's gonna take a second for prices to go down. Like obviously they don't go down overnight right after carbon tax is gone.
I don't think prices are ever gonna go down. That's
Like
not.
on like I'm hoping for gas and stuff at least to go down.
No,
We're all hoping for.
no.
Which every time prices go up, they never fucking go back down. Especially
Exactly.
groceries.
That's why they're never going back down. You know what? I want one politician to just come out and go, you know what? We're just forcing a price cut across the board. I want a politician of who's got the balls to come up in front of the country and go, we're forcibly cutting $300 from everyone's rent across the country. Get fucked,
I would
landlords.
fucking love that. Or God, I wish they would make it a law they can only own so many homes.
Something
I
that
don't give a
well,
shit.
the NDP
It's
wants to
so
do
fucking
something like
annoying.
that, but the problem is they're never going to get the support for that because most of our politicians are in fact landlords.
Yeah, it's just because like my last house, there's like besides the fussful that I'm not gonna get into with me and my ex roommate and getting fucked over, blah blah. Who cares? But on top of that, they were raising it $200 randomly. It was a falling down piece of shit that they said that they will fix many things. They never fixed it within the 2 years I was there. Then all of a sudden they just randomly upped the rent by $200. I'm like, fuck you.
It sucks. Let me give you a
Yeah.
let me give you a shitty example of my current living experience. Okay, so I live in a really small apartment, one bedroom, one living room, a dining room, a really small kitchen, and a bathroom. That's all we have. We have mice. We've had mice for the past 3 years. We've had cockroaches in the summer. Uh, 5 years ago, I had the ceiling that I am sitting beneath collapse during the winter because of weight from like all the snow and shit. I'm looking at my wall right now to my left. I can still see like parts of the wall that are still like weakened. I can push through the wall because it's that weak from the damage from 5 years ago. We are currently paying almost $1,000 for this apartment in rent every month. We're paying $970.
Cheaper what than what I'd be paying. Well,
Jesus.
no, but I guess I wouldn't be having a place like that. Never mind.
Yeah.
It'd be it'd be about $1,500 and stuff or whatever, and it would look nice and pristine still at
Oh,
least.
like Zoz,
Never mind.
I could get my phone. Hold on, where is my phone? I can send you a picture of my wall, and you can like don't post it to the video, obviously, but you can tell me is that worth $970?
All right, live reaction right now. Let's go.
So there, I'm trying to get as much as I
Not live.
can.
This is pre-recorded.
Yeah, live in quotations. Hold on, it might take a second for Discord to open up on my phone. So like, if you, so what else do we have to talk about in the meantime?
Oh, we here. Well, you get that. I'm just gonna let everyone know this and everything else. So each episode, we just filmed one last week. That's going like each episode's going to be up a week after.
Well, for him, for me, it's gonna be
So
whenever I decide to upload the video, because I am in fact a very lazy man, very very lazy. I do things very slow. In fact, I was supposed to start a fucking FNAF
I
marathon two
I
months ago.
I'm just saying it like this for me at least because I didn't get my Adobe Premiere back up until just recently. I can edit again. Yeah, I got Adobe
Hooray!
Premiere Pro again. Let's go.
Nice. Wait, you didn't get like Vegas or something on Steam?
I know how to use Adobe Premiere the best.
Oh, I guess it's
That's
fair.
what I learned the most off of. So, and I do like it. I've used Vegas in the past, but that was so long ago now. Last time I used it was oh fuck, 2017,
All right, it's uploading now. Should be.
2017 edition. All right, let's see.
So let me know when you're like looking at it, and I'm gonna explain a little bit more because like there's a bit that you can't really see well on that photo.
I've seen wallpaper like this in drug dealers' homes.
Oh yeah, no, my house looks like a crack den. Like I'm just gonna say, but you see, like you can see it kind. You see that
I was gonna
small.
say it, but
You can see that small crack right to the left of that poster. If I push on that wall, that entire thing will just come right off. I could just
it's a
push.
crack. Wait, is that an actual crack or is that
That
peeling of the wallpaper?
that's a crack in the
Or the
wall. That's a crack in the wall. I can push that,
oh,
and like the wall will just cease to be a wall.
and they're not fixing that
No, it's been like that for 5 years.
because there's probably like a little bit of mold at least somewhere in
Oh,
there.
probably, absolutely. There's some mold in there. I'm huffing that mold gas. I'm the mold man. I'm
It's
molding.
fucking crazy. None of you guys are gonna be able to see it, but
Yeah, no.
just imagine walking into a crack house. You look over at the wall. Is that a yellow wall, or is that just the way that the lighting is right
That's the way the lighting is because I always have my like main light. It's a yellow
now?
light. Yeah.
Okay, so but the walls are white, not stained with blood and shit. Um, and and it's just peeling off. Like looks like the paint is peeling off, and there's an actual fucking crack from the corner of his wall, like where his like next to his door, to to the fucking poster. What the hell?
And if
You
I
need to
just,
buy more posters. Just
yeah,
use posters as your wallpaper.
yeah, I gotta move that Avengers poster to the side a little bit just so it blocks that.
Exactly. Just oh god.
Shit sucks.
Wow. Jesus. Okay, I do wish like what God, if I could go back in time, I wish I did not move into that last house. I would be completely fine right now. I had a fourplex, a three-bedroom fourplex. I could pay for it just fine.
Hmm.
Even if they upped the rent a little bit, I would have been still fine. I went to a duplex with 3 levels and stuff like that. It was like another $100. That's why I was like, oh, that's not that bad. I get a lot more space, and I'm gonna be having this room anyways. It'll be fine.
Hmm.
Yeah, fuck that shit. Because then I had to deal with like that landlord. Oh, it was awful. God, she was a bitch.
I mean, most landlords are. Let's be fair here. They're not
No, my
exactly.
last landlord was amazing. My last landlord was amazing.
To
Like
me,
I was short on rent one month, and she like and I was like, can I just pay you the rest of it like next pay? And then she was like, you know what, no, it's like you've been living here for like a year and a bit. You never missed the payment. You usually are early. Nah, it's fine.
I mean, to you that's great. To me,
It's fine.
that's expressing bare minimum human empathy. So to me, it's like,
No, but like the other landlord, like we were supposed because we cannot get the water bill in our name. We still have to pay the water bill. We can't get it in our name because that's by the city. It needs to go to the homeowner. not the attendance.
Yeah.
For like for the name under, but we had to still pay it though. They would not send us the bill, and then they started getting pissed off of us, going, "Why are you paying for it?" It's like, you need to put the bill to us. Still, months go by, and it's like, I'm just gonna start charging you this. It's like, send it to me, and then so it's just paid their part. Like the only way that we're getting it is just you're late on this bill. Like, send it to us. Tell us what it is, and send us the bill itself. Finally, we start getting the bill. But yeah, fucking never going to that business again for that.
No, I love landlords. I love that most of our country is run by landlords. Almost all of our politicians are landlords.
Yeah. We are an hour and a half in though now.
Yeah. It's time to wrap it up. It is 11:30 for me now. I wanna eat my last sloppy Joe and turn in for the night.
Yeah. Today was interesting. I got begged on again. Let's go. Not really begged on, but
hey, we avoided politics for like a little bit.
Yeah, we brought the one thing I found out was a while ago. I thought it was interesting, but yeah, interesting.
Interesting.
Other
Yeah.
than that, I didn't really have much. Like I had another thing, but I can just ask that next week.
Oh, if it's short,
Because
if it's short, we might have
Oh
time.
no, it's a topic. It's not a topic thing that is like a need to do. It's a topic thing in case it's dead air. That's all.
Okay, fair enough.
I got those.
Yeah.
I got those. Nothing's politics, stuff like that. Nothing like that. Just keep it rolling. Anyways, but yeah, as usual, there will be the where you can find us in the God, I can't talk. Fuck.
I think what's on.
You can find where we are in.
Yeah.
On.
If you like the podcast, please like and share both to my channel and Zoz's as well. Uploads will be on Zoz's channel once a week, or the audio only will be uploaded on my end, basically whenever I feel like it. And yes, we all hope you come back for our next session next week. And well, I think we both wish you a happy good night, afternoon, morning, or whatever other time period you might be in at the moment.
And links to all socials and stuff will be all in the video description.
Exactly.
Got it.
Congratulations. Okay. I'm so proud.
Have a good night.
Have a good night, everyone. Take care.